We're talking about a lady. She spoke on attraction. She has a huge YouTube channel. She has like about 700,000 subscribers.
Nice.
But I do stumble into a video every now and then. She's her lifestyle is not something that's my cup of tea. I think she's a polyamorous type of lady or something.
See?
I think she has a boyfriend. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. But when she's talking from a standpoint of what makes up a relationship, attraction, she's well learned and she studied this stuff. And yeah, there's a lot we can learn especially as generation holier than thou. There's a lot we can learn from them. Now, with that being said, for a typical person, I don't think the polyamorous, poly lifestyle will work.
I was
yes,
gonna say, is it gonna benefit those of us that are not in polyamorous relationships? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. She's not even talking about that right now. I just know from hearing her from some other platform saying that's her lifestyle, you know. But she talks about she's a sex part or something like that, just like our show here. So she talks a lot about things like that, you know. But on this one, she's responding to Fresh and Fit, the lame ass Fresh and Fit that's on YouTube that's blowing up right now, and she's responding to them on what attraction is. So there's a clip here that I'm about to play that spoke to that you will see the Fresh and Fit what they said and how she responded to it, and then we'll talk about it. But it's about attraction, since this show is about behind love and attraction, right?
Okay.
And around sexual desire, that women desire and want sex with multiple partners any less than men do.
The black date app called Black. It's funny, I never used that one, bro, but hey, man. I mean, hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man. LaQuisha? Yeah, like, me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like that. Man. We ain't night riders. No, so I'm good. You know, sometimes if they're, you know, red bone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Yep.
I think it's sad. We all think it's sad when we see clips.
So I don't think it's sad. I think these are just lame ass boys that don't know what the hell life is about. But it's okay. They give us things to talk about, right?
I don't think it's sad that they say that they don't.
I think it's more sad for them.
With night what?
No, I think it's more sad night riders. They
Night
don't
riders.
do night
They're
riders.
calling black girls night riders.
Yeah, I think it's more sad for them and all 500,000 people that follow them.
I feel for their mothers. How about that?
Right. So, but again, you know, I don't want to make it about Fresh and Fit because honestly, they're lost cause at this point in time. They will have to face life by themselves. But yeah, this young lady I'm talking about, she's married.
I've seen a video before.
You probably have.
I think
Yeah.
I
I just learned recently that she's into poly lifestyle, but she showcases more of her husband. I think it's a husband, and she has a newborn baby and this whole thing. But again, we're going to talk about the future of marriage in a little bit, right? So, but
marriage is a dying institution, huh?
This is the part that nobody wants to talk about. You know, obviously we advocate for marriage. You would do think that if you're an average or typical person at this time and age, is still the best place for you to build an awesome life. However, the statistics are not exactly in the favor of that. Maybe that's why we should continue to have this conversation, right? So let me keep playing her.
It's like this, and
so she's talking about attraction, right?
And to give a why to it, we think of attraction as this thing that happens between two people. Like, I see you, you see me, we experience some kind of bodily response to each other. There's an instant connection that's unspeakable, and it feels like it's very insular. But the real truth is that attraction is something that happens because of billions of people and stimulation and information, meaning that every time that I experience that draw towards somebody, it has little to do with them and more to do with the messaging that promotes.
So wait, sorry. She didn't say it has nothing to do with us. Obviously, desire is desire, right? But she's talking about where it came from. Like, what made you that way? Does that make sense?
No, it's making sense. I'm paying attention. I beg, play this thing now.
All right. All right.
Someone like them as attractive and worthy of being attracted to.
Oh, yeah, I can't play it too long, too, because of fair use. We have to use it in transformational
okay.
way. So we have to put our commentary there. Yeah.
So if you find yourself not being attracted to a particular type of person, has nothing to do with that person's attractiveness and everything to do with what you've been exposed to, what you choose to expose yourself to. Now, in a world 10 years ago where we had very little control over exposure levels because we didn't have social media, so you were fed whatever was fed on TV, whatever was in the magazine covers, and conversations that were being had were being led by certain characters and movie stars, fucking musicians, whatever. But now that we have the ability to be our own content directors and we can pick and choose, if you are selecting to uplift a particular group and you are choosing to view and consume content only from a particular group, that has to do with your biases.
All right, so what do you think?
I mean, up to the point that I heard it, it makes sense to me.
Yeah?
It does.
So you being attracted to me has very little in the grand scheme of things. When you if you're really going to be logical, if you're not just full of shit, right? If you're going to be logical, it has very little to do with in terms of where that desire came from, with just you being deliberate. I always tell people, I said, I think we put ourselves on a pedestal. We give ourselves too much credit when it comes to what creates our mindset, and the lack of awareness when it comes to that is one of the things that's killing relationships for people. Like when you think, like for example, people say, "Oh, we're not compatible." People say, "I just lost connections." Like, well, you lost connection. That's not the end of it. Why? Now, can you at least ask why? Right? Or if your wife comes to you and she says she lost connection, because me, I'm always focused on who is complaining. Right? If you're the one that's complaining to me that your wife claims that she lost connection, have you, without necessarily having to ask her, have you considered why that could have happened? That's not just because of now. People react because they think it's just whatever is happening now makes up everything. But there are a series of things that have happened.
Especially when it comes to women. So when a woman is like fed up with a man, it didn't just happen today.
Right.
It's been slowly building from, unlike men. Men are like in the moment kind of people.
Right.
Women are not in the moment kind of people. Women will give you, most women, let me not speak for women as a whole. Most women will just give you grace. They'll give you benefit of the doubt. Most women that I know, because there could be crazy women out there.
So there's a lot that's been going on over time.
So when I hear crazy stories out there, sometimes it doesn't make. Most times it doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
I'm like, where's that coming from?
Right.
You're not giving me the full story. You're giving me story according to you.
Right.
You're not giving me the full detail, which most people do, men or women.
Yeah.
When they talk about something, they talk about stuff that will benefit them.
Right.
They don't hold themselves accountable. They hold the other person accountable, and that's why we are where we are in marriages and relationships.
Right. Now, this was particularly shade at these guys.
Oh.
And they didn't realize. They probably won't realize because they're too dumb to even realize that. It's shade at them. She's saying, "Oh, you don't like Shaniqua. You don't like all of that. That's your attraction, whatever you want to call it. It's a function of so many other things going on behind the scenes."
I feel like if you have to specifically say that, like say you don't like night killer to play,
like a lot of people receive that as they are not night riders. They say we're not night riders. That means people that are dark skinned, essentially.
That's self-hate. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Coming from someone who's as dark as, the other one, that one is not even fine at all.
Which one is not fine?
The light skin one is just light for no reason. The dark skin one, coming from someone that is as dark as he is, right? His mama is probably very dark skinned. To me,
so you think it's self-hate?
Yes.
It could be self-hate.
I'm sorry.
Some people would argue that it's not self-hate, that it's just preference.
So why do you feel the need to bash?
To be loud about it, right?
Other color. Yeah. I prefer, like me for example, I've always said that. I prefer dark-skinned guys. It's nothing against light-skinned bros. It's just not what I'm attracted to. Right. But for me to now start bashing light-skinned bros.
So for you to get on a stage of 500,000 people, and then use shaming and insulting
Shaming,
language.
Yeah, it's not right.
I mean, that speaks volumes.
I mean,
yeah.
come on now.
Yeah, that's
It shouldn't be
definitely-
that deep. You like what you like. Period.
Yep. So yeah, I do. That's why I call them lame. But again, the part about a lot of this that I hate is that why should it be a woman? And I hate this in a good way. I said like I just wish a lot of men don't wait until a woman have to teach you some of these things.
Well, unfortunately, women will keep
You know.
teaching men stuff because at the time women are getting into relationship, getting into marriages, they are matured.
Yeah.
Most men are not.
Yeah.
Men are still developing at that moment. So unfortunately, women will still always teach men what to do.
Yeah. All right, so please do me a favor. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the, and thank you for engaging with us. If you have any comments or anything like that and you're watching us live, I would like to see what you're saying.